Hi stars, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about self-sabotage, and I don't necessarily know if I've talked on this topic before or if I've gone into it as much as I've wanted to, but self-sabotage is something that needs to be talked about. Self-sabotage in itself basically means that you allow yourself to, like it says, sabotage good things, good opportunities, getting out there. Self-sabotage can come up in any form when it comes to your life. For example, say you want to get out more. Self-sabotage connects to that little voice in your head that's like, but staying inside is so much better. Are you sure you want to get out? Are you sure we should do this? No one's even going to talk to us. No one's even going to notice us. Why are we going out of our house, wasting gas, wasting money to get outside when nothing's even going to happen? That kind of thing is self-sabotage. When you're trying to lose weight and you're like, oh, it doesn't matter if you binge eat a whole bag of chips before you go to sleep. Just get up in the morning and promise to do better. That's self-sabotage. And self-sabotage is something that's so normalized in our society, and yet it's not talked about at all. So that's why I wanted to make sure I came on here and we discussed it together, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to bring up topics, talk about the topics, and then go further into them so that we can try to figure out how we can move forward from self-sabotage. Me personally, I have a love-hate type of relationship with myself when it comes to self-sabotage, because of course I won't say you love when you self-sabotage yourself, but it's a part of you that feels happy when you agree with yourself that something isn't worth the trouble, something isn't worth going out of the way for. You're like, you know what? You're right. I actually don't have to follow the guide that I made myself earlier this week. Yeah, I wanted to eat right. Yeah, I wanted to work out every day, but sitting down and playing the game is honestly just a better deal. And that happens to people all the time. It's like, oh my goodness, I wanted to do so much stuff this week. I wanted to come and present myself on social media as a certain type of person and who I am now and what I want to change. And then you don't do those things. And then it's like a cycle. The cycle is wanting to change, changing for 1 to 2 days, sometimes hours, regretting the change, regressing, and then starting over all over again. It's like a cycle you want to get yourself out of, but it's hard. It's hard to get yourself out of the cycle of self-sabotage because it's easier to stay in your comfort zone. And self-sabotage is directly connected to your comfort zone, because 9 times out of 10, if you're self-sabotaging yourself, it's because you're okay with where you are now. Because self-sabotage only comes up when you want to grow, when you want to push yourself, when you want to do things that you usually wouldn't do. It comes up in those moments. You're like, oh, this is going to make me have to be vulnerable. This is going to make me have to be vulnerable. This is going to have to make me express my feelings and fail and be embarrassed. Oh no. And then your ego and everything is just trying to protect you by implementing self-sabotage into your life, because again, self-sabotage is also just a protective mechanism. People use self-sabotage in order to protect themselves from hate, from leaving their comfort zone, from feeling like they're failing. Sometimes people will stop striving for the things they want altogether simply because they don't want to fail. And what's so crazy is, and I want to tell you guys, I just recently came across a quote where someone said, you're not afraid of being hated. You're afraid of being loved and sustaining it. And I think that is so apropos and so true. No one's really afraid of being hated, because being hated is a part of life. If you're not being hated, you're not doing something right. To be loved is something that we all want to feel. And if it's randomly taken away, or you start to feel like, oh my goodness, I had the love that I thought I wanted. I had the feeling, and for it to be taken away would stir up your abandonment issues easily. It's like you don't want your abandonment issues to be, you know, store up simply because you're getting love. So to a lot of people, it's easier to just stay in one spot and not be loved. It's like, you know what? I'm actually okay with the people that love me and the people that I love, and I'm going to just stay right here. But you know, and I know, especially if you're watching this video, that you're meant for more. You're meant for more love. And the one thing you and I have to get through is being okay with people not loving us anymore, abandoning us, not seeing what we see. A whole lot of times self-sabotage comes up when you are really excited about something and you tell someone like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be a singer. I'm going to get in a dance studio. I'm going to do these things. And people look at you kind of like, and it's because of their own projections. I want you to know, like 9 times out of 10, if people are looking at you in a way of like, why do you want to do those things? And da 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 da. It's because they don't want their relationship with you to change, and they don't want to see you living in a way that reminds them that they aren't living in that way. A whole lot of times, people will resent you for being a catalyst for change and actually changing and doing things that you want in order to change. So that's another way self-sabotage can really help. Even though that doesn't have anything to do with self, you'll start to internalize the things that people say, and you're like, well, maybe they're right. Maybe it's no avail for me to try to do these things. Maybe I should just give up. And that's not true. You should never want to give up on something just because other people can't see the vision. Sometimes, and a whole lot of times, the vision is just between you and your higher power. So if you have yourself, your higher power, on your side for what you want to do, that's really all you need. You don't really need anything else. If you think you need something else, then that's just your mind trying to play tricks on you, because you actually don't need anything else. You don't need the support. You don't need the validation. You just need to try and fail and be embarrassed. Trying and failing and being embarrassed. That's really all you have to do. And a lot of people have been saying, like on TikTok and social media that I've seen lately, and they're like, the thing that you want to do in order to go viral, create a community, be somewhat of an influence on whomever you're trying to reach, the price is embarrassment. You have to be okay with being embarrassed. You have to be okay with being at the bottom. You have to be okay with the side eyes. You have to be okay with the, what are you doing? And that doesn't look right on you. And why all of a sudden do you think that you're good enough to think that you can be this or perform this or encourage people to be like you? They don't. And then it's like you start to internalize things that didn't even come from you. So in order to get a grip on self-sabotage, you have to first realize who's hurting you in the first place, and that's self. Anytime you feel yourself trying to go down a path that you know doesn't align with who you are now, know that that's self-sabotage trying to creep up on you and stop you from living your best life. Don't allow self-sabotage to pause you. Don't allow self-sabotage to steal your dreams. And definitely don't allow self-sabotage to come from other people. Like, the least you could do is allow self-sabotage to come from yourself. Like, at least that's you doing it. But we don't let outside people contribute to our self-sabotage, because who are they really? Who are they really to try to tell you who you are, what you can do, or how you should be doing it? In order to feel good about the path that you are on, you have to be okay with saying, everybody else, their opinions, and who they think I should be. I'm going to show up as the person who I know I am. And that phrase "I am" is so powerful. It's not just a play on words. It's not just simple English. It's "I am," because that's a powerful way to look at life. And "I am" is also equal to God, the universe, your higher power. So anytime you say "I am," it solidifies and cements something in you to make you feel as though I am this. I am. I can. I will. Okay? So if you're seeing this video, I want you to know it's not by mistake. And if you haven't subscribed or if you haven't liked, please subscribe and like so that more people can find us and that we can contribute to the stars, which is what I call my subscribers. Because I truly believe anybody that finds my page, my measly little page, where I just talk to people and try to get them to see the beauty inside themselves, that you're truly a star because you found me because your light brought you here. Stars are just light. So if you found me, then that means our lights connected and we should connect more. So comment under here if it's your first time seeing me or if you're a returning subscriber. Because I love putting out content like this because 9 times out of 10, I also need the pep talk. I also need somebody that's going to look me in my face and say, look, you don't have to stay in your comfort zone anymore. You are safe and free to be yourself. And I think that's another connection to self-sabotage people don't understand is that safety is so important to the human psyche. It's like if you feel unsafe, of course you're going to start to sabotage the things that might make you feel unsafe. It's like, it's just human nature. It's like if I feel as though that's going to make me sad or mad or embarrassed, of course you have apprehension to go towards something like that. But in order to actually grow and become something you know you're able to become, you have to be okay with letting that go. And the first step is to affirm to yourself that you are safe in your journey. You don't have to be so demeaning to yourself when it comes to those things. Make sure that you know, understand, and go towards what you want without trying to stop yourself. What would your life look like if you gave yourself a year to just go after the things that you want full throttle, not worrying about who likes it, who doesn't, what people are perceiving you as, and just going after it? Perception is also a big tie to self-sabotage because it's like you don't want to be perceived as someone who is undeserving of what you think you want. You know, it's like somebody that's like, oh, I've always wanted to be a model. People tell me all the time that I can be a model, and then you actually go for it, and then you're shaking in your boots and you're not showing up as your most confident self because you're already being perceived as someone by strangers. But I want you to know that strangers can perceive you all you want. As long as you have a grounding foundation of who you are, what you want, and what you bring to this world, no one can really shake that unless you allow it to. Unless you allow self-sabotage to shake you, unless you allow people, outside sources, and just outside factors and just anything else to deter you from who you are, what you want, and what you're going after. We don't have to live like that anymore. We don't have to live in fear. We are safe. We are safe now to go after our goals and to enjoy our lives because life is short. Life is short, and it's absolutely no reason for us to feel so stagnant when it's our own doing. A lot of times, self-sabotage will make you just stay in one place. It's like, oh my God, I'm too scared to go forward. I don't want to go back. Let me just stay exactly where I am. And to be honest, while that's the easiest course of action, it's also the most boring course of action. Like, what about your story arc? Lately, I've been feeling like doing things for the plot. I'm like, this is my book, this is my story. I get to control how I feel, what I do, and where I go. So it's like anytime I do something out of the box, I'm like, you know what? This is for my story arc. This is for the plot. This is for this chapter that I'm in. Like, this is just gonna make so much sense when I write a book about my life. But yeah, it's just that easy. It's like, you know what? I can reframe my thoughts. I can reframe my thoughts. I can reframe the way that I look at myself. I can reframe my life. Kilala, please. Sorry guys if you hear my cat, she's so loud. But anyways, I can reframe my thoughts and I can move forward as someone who is stronger, wiser, and way more competent to go after the things that I used to put on a shelf back in the day. It's like you don't have to keep putting yourself on a shelf. You don't have to keep sitting on the sidelines. You have every right to put yourself in the game and just see what happens. See what sticks. Go for it. There's absolutely no reason why you can't just bet on yourself and watch everyone else start to fall in line. No one will believe or understand or support what you do until you are your own biggest fan first. And I know that's cliche, and I know it's like, be your own biggest fan and you'll get more, but it's true. It's true. You show up as who you are. You show up as that new person. You show up as someone who's supporting yourself no matter what, and people have no choice but to respect that. Put some respect on my name. Understand that I'm not here to play around, and go after what makes you you. And that's all you have to do. So in 2026, and especially in May, I'll give you guys the last 2 weeks of May to have any self-sabotaging, limiting beliefs. And in June, we're letting all that go. We're going after the things that we want. Start making lists, start preparing, start journaling, start doing all the things that you need to do in order to show yourself that self-sabotage no longer has a place in your life. And we're going to see just where we end up in a year. Let's say a year. Like, you don't have to rush. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. But understand that you have the right to be happy, confident, and in your purpose, whatever that may be. And if you're seeing this, then that means you're already on the first step to doing that, because you met me, a fellow star, who just wants to see you win, wants to see you go after your dreams, and wants to see you step out of that comfort zone that's like gripping onto you with the claws of grippity. What's a grippity? Anyhow, I just want to thank you guys for tuning into my channel. If you're new here, again, my name is Nala, aka Drama, aka Flawed Healing, and I am your spiritual big sis, where we talk and we connect and we enjoy each other on this channel. So leave me comments. Please like, subscribe, and follow me on all my socials so that you guys can be notified for when I upload. Turn on that notification bell so that you guys can be in the know with Nala. That's me. So thank you guys again, and I really hope that this video reaches the right people so that you can indeed start living your life the way you're supposed to and the way you want to. I will see you guys in a few days, and I love you. Bye.
Say you got a plan, I really was trying to listen. You saying